Good evening, fellow Tcash merchants. My name is Amos. I'll be your trainer today under the Tcash Soko platform. Our training today will be based on specifically the product vendors. Yani leo ni siku tunaongelea, ni masaa tunaongelea about wase wa products. Like for service vendors, we have already talked about how you can get the most out of Sokol. So this session will purely be based on how those people who are selling products. Na nikisema watu wanauza products ni msee anauza kitu tangible. Yani kitu unaweza guza. For example, kuna mtu anauza viatu, kuna mwingine anauza manguo, kuna mwingine anauza magari. How you can get the most out of this platform, that is a Tcash Soko platform. So welcome to this session, and it is my hope that you're going to learn and actually start getting the most out of the platform, because it's an amazing platform that has been created for us. And this platform is helping us transform our businesses from being manual businesses to being digital businesses. So welcome to this session as we learn together how we can transform our businesses and get the most. Actually, kusema get the most tunamaanisha aje? Tunamaanisha like you able to benefit maximally from the Tcash Soko platform. So I'm sharing my app with you. As you can see, that is the business section of my app. Remember, we have stated that the app has two major sections. So there is the personal side and there is the business side. So kuna side ya personal na side ya business. So I'm on my business side of the app because we want to see how can I get the most out of this platform. So one of the things you'd have to understand is what the screen is showing you. I will mention this because of those of us those of us who are here for the first time. We have so many other videos posted on some of the topics that we have discussed in the course of the week. You can just check on them over YouTube. They are already posted there. But as you can see, what I have on my screen is the Tcash balance. That is the first thing that appears after the hello and the owner of Aura book. Then you have the Tcash balance. Of course, that is showing to be zero. So in case yours shows to be zero, despite you making some transactions, ile kitu unafaa kufanya ni kurefresh. So how do you do that? Utapull screen chini. When you pull the screen down, then the circular part that now rotates to sync the information appears. Ikisync information, naona my balance is 116. So that is the balance that I have so far on the Tcash platform. Then the rotary tickets I have are 3. The app is running a rotary, and this will be owned by the person who makes the majority of transactions using the Tcash platform. So I hope I will be amongst them. I have to up my game on the rotary tickets because I was sharing with a friend of mine who has like 40 tickets. So I'm aiming to get there. Then today's performance has not been very good. I have 0 sales, 0 transactions, 0 orders, and 0 customers. I've served 0 customers. So I want us now to come to this option. I have 0 upcoming bookings. What does that, what would that mean? That would mean that there are no bookings that I have. There are no people who have booked with me to come to the shop and of course proceed on and get their products or their services from my shop. So that is why that is 0. So there is no an upcoming event. So that means I'm not on alert. So when you have some people who have booked for services or who have ordered for products, then the upcoming bookings will have a number and the orders will also have a number. In case you're dealing with products, that is, for example, if you are keen enough, you will see that I'm the owner of Aura Book. Aura Book is a bookshop that I have created online using the Tcash Soko platform. So this bookshop is supposed to be selling books, and books ni vitu zinaweza guzwa. So that means hizo mtu anaweza tu place order aorde nimpeleke kitabu. So upcoming bookings ni zile bookings za watu wanabook kuja kwa biashara yako. That is for those people who are offering services. So ukiona orders ziko zero inamaanisha there is nobody who has ordered a product from you. And ukiona bookings ziko zero, it means that there are no people who are coming to your business maybe to get a service. So I want us to specifically see how does the orders behave. When you tap here, where you're seeing orders, these are today's performance. You can see that the sales are zero, transactions are zero, but the orders are zero. Nikiguza hii ya orders, itanionyesha wapi ama itanipeleka wapi? Itanipeleka to this platform where I can be able to view the sales insights. So under the sales insight, I am able to get the comprehensive reports of the sales that I've made. So one of the comprehensive reports is on the sales overview, but that is not of interest now to me. Of interest to me is this second one. Hiyo iko hapo, online orders fulfillment. So nikiguza hiyo online orders fulfillment, zile orders nimefulfill online zitakuwa zinaapia hapa. Inanionyesha how much did I make in terms of revenue, like online revenue. Ni pesa ngapi nimekuwa nikiuza online. So itakuwa inaapia hapo. Then the orders, how many orders did I deal with? Like ni watu wangapi waliorder for products online. Itakuwa napata hiyo information hapo. Then what was the average amount per like order? Ni average amount iko aje? Ni how much? So that information will be appearing there. One other thing that will also be coming, or one other information that will also be coming to us is the online versus in-store. So how many people are ordering online versus how many people are buying the product in store? And this information is going to be very important to us because it will help us make some important business decision. And of course, you're also able to get the order status. Order status inamaanisha aje? Like ni orders ngapi nimemaliza, ni orders ngapi bado sijamaliza, na ni orders ngapi zimekuwa cancelled. So that information will also appear here so that you're also able to know whether watu wakioda online unaweza kuwa complete hizo orders. Then the fulfillment, this would be for the delivery and the pickup. Remember, we said that you can make more money by offering delivery services. Delivery services would mean when a person orders for product from your shop, unampelekea mpaka penye yako. So for this delivery and pickup, it would show you or it would give you some insights on ni watu wangapi unapelekea hizo products na ni watu wangapi wanakujia kwa store. Mtu akikujia kitu kwa store, hiyo inaitwa pickup, like amekuja kupick hiyo kitu. For example, naweza kuwa nimeplace order say kwa a butchery, nataka nyama ikuwe ready. So nataka maybe nikitokea job, nikipita kwa butchery, nichukue nyama yangu na nipate ikiwa ready. So that will be a pickup. So nitakuwa nimeorder but sitasema a deliver. Nitasema nitaenda kupick up. So you're able to also view about the delivery and the pickup information based on the clients that you have. And then you have the peak order time. What time like do you have most orders coming? And this information is also very important for us because itakuwa inatusaidia kujua like how are these orders coming and at what time, so that we are ready for those orders by the time they are coming to us. And of course, the customer breakdown, how many customers are new and how many customers are returning. Remember, we're saying that this platform is helping us by taking our businesses digital. If you don't have like this platform, like we used not to have this platform initially in our businesses before, hatuko na hii platform. So huku unajua ni customers wangapi wanaorder online na ni customers wangapi ni new na wengine ni returning. So kama a customer is a returning customer, atakuwa na rekodiwa and a returning customer. So you will be able to know, am I growing my network online ama network yangu inairudi chini, so that you are able to up your game in terms of marketing. Because remember, at the end of the day, the more you get new customers, the more you know that your marketing strategies are working. Ukiona haupati returning customers, what does that mean? That your customers probably are not satisfied by the way you're offering services. So you ought to improve on that. So that is the customer breakdown info and what it is going to be important to us and how it is going to help us get more out of this platform. And of course, the order trends, you're able to see the order trends for the last 3 months. Utakuwa unaona which month did you get the most orders. Of course, this information is very important because again, it helps you to know whether you're growing, whether biashara yako online inaenda juu ama inarudi chini. So ukiona for example zangu ziko 0 inamaanisha that I have to up my game in terms of advertisement so that nianze kupata hizo orders zikikuja from different people online, from different places definitely. So and that is what you're able to view when you tap on the orders, and then it takes you to that section where you have that information about the orders. Apart from that, I would want you to come with me hapa chini kabisa. There is the option of home, there is the option of orders, and there is the option of sell, wallet, and businesses. So orders is appearing again. So nikiguza hiyo orders ya hapa chini, hapa near home, next to home, nikiguza hiyo orders, what appears is this icon that tells me I don't have orders right now. When customers press it, it will appear here. So customer akienda a place order yake, aseme for example anaka a book, then that order is supposed to come here. Na ikikuja hapa, I will be able to see that there is an order from a certain customer and I will be able to act on it so that I get the product ready for delivery in case your customer amesema I deliver, or I ensure that the product is ready. If not for delivery, then it is ready for something like maybe the pickup, so that by the time amesema atachukua, the product apate ikiwa ready, because that will create a lot of customer satisfaction, and that is very, very important in the world of business. So that is how you will be able to view your orders. You'll be able to see how many orders you're getting, and you'll be able to handle them. So, however, it is very important for you to understand that for you to receive these orders and for you to be able to act on these orders, you need to set the days that you can receive the orders. You need to set the times of your operation, of the operation of your business, because that information is going to be very important for your customers as they go online to purchase from your shop, because you don't want a situation where customer anasema atakuja kupick up kitu at time like maybe saa 8 ya usiku, and maybe your business is not 24 hours. So what you would need is to set the exact days that you work and the exact times. So utaset aje hizo vitu. You will have to come to the icon that has your business logo. That is the icon at the top left-hand side. So when I tap on that icon on the top left-hand side, you see that I have the Aura book. And of course, you see I have the option of switching to the personal profile. That is not what I want, but I want to go to the business info. Nikikuja hapa kwa business info, the first thing that appears is the name of the business. So utaona, like I can update my business name, location, hours, and more. So what I want to us to view is how this business information is and why it is important for us as product vendors. So the name of the business should be a name that reflects the kind of service that you offer. So jina yenye unapea business yako wacha ikuwe jina close to the products you offer. If yours is a bookshop, you can call it bookshop, for example, or rather the Aura book, something of that sort, so that now there is a correlation between the business and the name that you're giving to your business. But of course, some of us have already existing names, so you can still continue using your pre-existing name if after all it is generating money for you. Then the option of photos, under the photos, this is where you have the photos that um, the photo that has the business logo. So it is only one, and therefore that's why you can see that for under the photos you only have one photo. The location of this business is Nairobi. That is the location set. Of course, I need to change this if, after all, I have to change the location if, after all, I am, for example, shifting my business location from one location to a different one, because I don't want a situation where customers watakuwa wanakuja a certain place and then wanapata nilihama, because that will bring a lot of customer dissatisfaction. So I want to, you have to ensure that you keep on changing your location in case you switch the business from one point to another. But if your business remains in that premise, penye inakuwa set, then you don't have to worry about the location. It needs to be the exact location of your business, sababu hii location ndio mtu mwenye anakuja kufanya pickup atakuwa anatumia. And how do you set it? Utasetaje location? Ukikuja hapo kwa business info, under the location, if you tap on that square that has the location, if you tap on it, then it brings you to this bit where I have my location. If I tap on this lower option where I have the map icon, if I tap on that, then it brings me to the map. So under the map, I have the option now of choosing a different location by just moving around the map. So for example, if this, I want this business to be located in, say Nairobi, I still want it to be located in Nairobi, and I want it to be located in Kasalani, for example, or rather Kahawa. I can even have it in Kahawa Sukari, for example. I can have it in Kahawa Sukari. So if this is what I want, then I have to make sure that I get to the exact location of my business. Remember, if hii map ukiextend inakuonyesha the exact locations penye ziko. So like I need to make sure that this black icon comes to the exact location that I want it to come to. And of course, you can make sure that it comes to that location by simply moving around the map, because the location identifier will just be at the central point of your screen. So you move the map and then the location goes to that central bit. And then you're able to, for example, get to what you would want to have. So let me assume that this is the location of my business. This is Kahawa Sukari, Bungoma Road. Bungoma Road. So maybe it's there at the junction of Kawasukari Avenue and Bungoma Road. Then you just press on next. Once you press on next, you save. When this information is saved, then that is the location. So every customer buying from me will end up coming to that exact location. After the location, the next important thing for us to make more money, more especially online, is to ensure that our operating days are actually the days we operate, so that a customer does not come on a specific day only to find that we have closed the shop because we are not in operation on that day. So I have to ensure that the operating days are the days I want to operate. For example, for this one, I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But I would want it to be every day. If you want it to be every day, you just tap on this every day at the very top. Ukiangalia hapo at the very top, you told edit operating days. And of course, under edit operating days, you have those boxes that are there. The first one is for every day. Kama unataka kufungua kila siku, like every day, then you just tap on every day. If hautakuwa unafungua kila siku, for example, there is a day you usually take as off for you, then you would have to come and choose. Ukichoose, then tap your option ya choose, it brings you to this screen where now you can choose the days as they are, the days of the week as they are. So for example, I may want to rest maybe on Monday. I want to work from Tuesday all the way to Sunday. So I will press that this is done. Hii information ni important kwa nini? On this day, for instance, this Monday, kama sifanyangi kazi yo Monday, there is nobody who will be able to order things to pick up on that day. Sababu, during that day, mimi sifanyi kazi. And therefore, if they were to order, they wouldn't get the deliveries. They won't get the deliveries. And that is the importance of this. So this, I'll say, is done. Then the next thing you'd have to choose is whether you're open on public holidays or not. Public holidays ni siku kama gani? Siku kama ya Christmas, New Year's Day, Mashujaa Day, and so on. Are you going to be open during those days? If you're going to be open, you tick that option, the first option, open. But if you want to be closed, maybe you don't want to work on public holidays, you press on closed. If you want to choose which public holiday to be at work and which public holiday not to be at work, then you press on the switch on the choose option. So when I press on the choose option, then I can choose which day, which public holiday sitakuanga kwa job. So the app is AI enabled, and therefore it is able to capture all the holidays we have in the Republic of Kenya. So ina capture zote from New Year's Day, Good Friday, Easter, Eid, Eid al-Fitr, Labor Day, Madaraka Day, all of them. You can see all those holidays as we know them in our country. So, for example, if I don't want to, if I would want to open my job on Christmas Day, Jamhuri Day, Diwali, Mashujaa Day, Utamaduni Day, Moi Day, Eid al-Adha, Madaraka Day, but Labor Day, I would want to rest Eid, Fitr, Easter Monday, and Good Friday, but I want to rest on New Year. Then you're able to choose. Once you choose the holidays you don't work in, then you say you're done. Why is it important to ensure that you choose the kind of holidays? Remember, online, people will be online whether it is on holiday or not on holiday. They need information about whether your shop is open or closed. Because if your shop is open, then they can be able to place orders. So kama umewapea wrong information, msee anaweza place orders, then anze kulose trust na shop yako based on the fact that aliorder but you are unable to deliver, or rather you cancelled the order because you are not available. So that is the importance of it. Then you save that information. Once you save that information, you come to the operating hours. Hii ni masaa yenye tunafaa kufanya kazi. So under operating hours, you can tap the operating hours. You choose and edit the hours you want to operate every day that you have chosen, utakuwa unafanya kazi. So for example, ukiangalia, there is no Monday. It is starting from Tuesday. Why is it starting from Tuesday? Because I've already made a choice that I wouldn't want to work on Mondays. So on Tuesday, the AI is picking information from similar shops and seeing that they open at 8 and close at 7 p.m. So I may want to be different from them. Maybe nataka nifungue 7, so I will edit there from 8 to 7 to about 9 p.m. No, not 9 p.m. 9 p.m. It's 9 p.m. to about 9 p.m. So once you go editing that way for each and every day, you have to edit that way for each and every day. Why? Because your customer needs to know, if I'm to order at this time, can I be able to get my product at this other time? Want to order something, maybe at the earliest hours of the morning, and they want to pick it up, say at midnight. So kama shop yangu itakuwa imefungwa, then that means they cannot access that option ya kukuja kuchukua hiyo product hivyo via the pickup business. And once that is set, once I have edited all of them, then I just press on save, and that information is saved. Then there is the badges. You can see that my account is verified. Why is it verified? it is verified um, because I have completed my KYC. KYC, we said on Monday, it is what we refer to as know your customer. So because I've completed the know your customer, that is why you can see that it is verified. And if you tap on the verified, you can see there are different badges that you can get. So for example, verified, there are some agents. These are telecom agents. So officially appointed as telecom agents because of the kind of transactions they do. Then there is tier level one. This is a person who is building consistent sales. At higher level two, the sales have increased from 50,000, from 150,000 to 250. And there is the tire level three. This is a person who monthly sales have exceeded 250,000, and these are pro. So there are different levels, and these levels will be accessible to your customer as you again as they go online looking for a place to shop from. Watu wengi wanapenda kushop from a shop that is verified. They would want to know that actually this person is verified, and that would mean that they do real kind of business, because people are also fearful of being scammed online. So therefore the verification is very, very important. You need to complete your KYC for you to get the verification badge. Then we have to the settings. Under the settings, this is the most important bit. You must ensure that your online shop is always active, because when it is not active, it means that you cannot receive online orders. People cannot view your presence online. Yes, you will have the platform, but you will not be using it maximally. Watu watakuwa najua ati hata uko online, watu watakuwa naona hata shop yako, hata product zako. Then the delivery options, you must make sure that you have the pickup and delivery. You have both of them. You must ensure that it is under both, because under both you stand a chance to benefit more from what we referred to as the delivery fees. And this is done. Then pay later, it also needs to be active. And what is pay later? Pay later is where people can now pick items on credit from your shop. But these people can only pick items on credit if you allow them. Remember, you're the business owner. So you allow your customers, the customers you have been serving, kuna wenye una allow some pay later activity. Mtu anakuja anachukua maybe a cloth or a shoe from your shop, and then they come and pay later, or they promise that they'll pay once they get their salary or once they get money. So that is the kind of activity that we refer to as pay later. Pay later will be managed by the app in a very easy way, and therefore will not have to suffer in any way. We'll have it very easy for us to actually access that and actually access the giving of credit and access the credit ourselves, because the app will be storing information about us and using this information to give us some credit levels. So one of the things I would have to mention is, as we're getting online with the app, we need to make sure that the inventory that we are taking to the app is actually correct. The inventory or the catalog that you're taking to the to online is actually correct. So you need to ensure that under business, that is down here under business, where you have the inventory, that the inventory has the correct things that you're selling. For example, the first thing that I'm selling here under the inventory, you can see, is the KLB Business Book 1. So I need to ensure that I have that book in stock. But because the book has zero in stock, nobody can be able to order that, sababu stock yake iko zero. Ukiangalia the other one, the MGA4 single line exercise book, it is costing 89 shillings, but I have 70 in stock. So people can only be able to order the items that you have in stock in your shop. There is something I want to insist on. When people make online orders, we need to confirm that they are fulfilled and they are paid for, because that information now auto updates the inventory. So kama hautamark order as received as completed, wewe mwenyewe kama mwenye shop, then inventory yako itakuwa updated. So inamaanisha hizo product bado zitaaccessika na watu wengine wakiwa online. They will be thinking that these products are still in store or in stock. Kumbe wakikuja wanapata there is no that product in stock. So therefore it is very important for us as business people to ensure that once we deliver on an online order, we actually mark it as delivered. Because the moment we mark it as delivered, it means that the inventory auto updates that this item has been delivered. And that is how we get the most out of Soko. Why? Because you don't have to go back counting your stock. I've had instances where I was at some point selling clothes. Niko nauza manguo. So we would count the number of pieces that you have left. Why? Because we didn't have this app. Like sikuwa na hii app. By then, if I had the app, I wouldn't need to keep on counting every now and then niko na pieces ngapi za nguo, because I would make a sale using the platform. If I'm delivering on an online order, I use the platform. When I use the platform, then that means that the inventory auto updates itself. So kama nimeuza shati moja, inasema nimeuza shati moja. So kama zilikuwa 5 zinabaki 4. So I'll just come to the app and I'll be able to see which items are out of stock so that I can restock, ndio makastoma wangu waendelee kupata hizo products na services zote kwa pamoja, na sisi wote tukue happy that actually I'm getting the money and them they're getting the products that they would want from our shop. So that brings us to the end of our session today on how the product vendors can get to benefit more from the Soko platform. Remember, you benefit more from online orders. And for you to benefit more, you need to activate the online option in your shop. You need to set your operating days, you need to set your operating time, and you have to ensure that your inventory is in order. So when the inventory is in order, every order you receive online, you need to mark it as completed, when completed, so that the inventory gets to auto update itself, and therefore you get to get information that is accurate when you're dealing with your inventory for the sake of restocking. In case you have any question, kindly feel free to ask it under the comment section below. I'll be checking it and responding to your questions promptly. Have a wonderful evening. See you in the next one. Thank you.